Correspondent banking has been under pressure from regulators and new competitors for many years.
To tell us about how banks can respond to these challenges through innovation and collaboration, we're joined by Anurag Bajaj, Global Head of Correspondent Banking at Standard Chartered. Anurag, welcome to Sibos TV.
Thank you, delighted to be here.
Thank you very much for coming. Anurag, let's start with what are the key pressures on the correspondent banks?
So the themes are not very new. There's a lot of consolidation in the industry. So there is a pressure to remain relevant to clients, offer value add in a very commoditized sort of market, and grab market share of fewer clients or wallet share of fewer clients because the number of correspondents per clients is shrinking. The second big challenge is obviously the fintechs and the new providers and how to leverage them or collaborate with them in order to better serve clients' needs. And then the third big thing that is more recent is how to have a common language and a common sort of standard for risk. Because we see a lot of arbitrage of risk between institutions, and without some common themes, it becomes a little bit difficult to assess risk at different institutions. And the Wolfsburg Group has done a lot of work in this area. It's a step in the right direction, but I do think there is a little more room to improve that.
What about customer needs? Are they changing as well?
I don't think the needs are particularly changing. Faster, cheaper, better has always been a requirement of our customers. I think you could accuse us of not fulfilling those needs in time, but the needs are faster, cheaper, better. And we are working towards providing them with better and more alternative sort of solutions to fulfill that.
Fintechs in correspondent banking, collaborators or competitors?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I am not one to take sort of either sides because there are specific aspects of fintechs which we can use to improve and collaborate. It is obvious that banks cannot afford huge amounts of cost. So there is a fantastic approach to using the fintechs to leverage some of that as services. In some areas, yes, they have taken particular parts of our business away. But having said that, those are not the most lucrative parts of our business. They have found ways to build a business model that serves those areas at lower costs. And I think, power to them. And there we need to learn from them more than anything else so that we protect our core business.
But let's stay with that relationship, because how broadly do the banks need to collaborate if they're to innovate successfully?
Collaborate with fintechs, I'm assuming you mean?
Yes, in terms of that
Yes.
fintech relationship.
Yes, so we need to obviously keep our eye on the horizon, and we need to see the developments in financial services technology. We cannot kid that we know the markets the best and we've known our clients the best, and therefore we are in the best position to serve them. We have to look at new and different ways of doing things, and actually I'm quite honest at this Sibos, I have seen a lot of evidence that we are doing the right things.
Anurag, how could banks use technology to address some of their common challenges, such as compliance with AML and CTF regulations?
So let's pick up one of those. So compliance and AML. There are lots of ideas out there in big data that data scientists have, which use real transactions to assess the risk that our respondent clients generate. We are not there yet. And there are a number of regulatory sort of technology companies who are working in this space. And that is, I think, a big area where we can push forward and address some of the common challenges we have on AML and sanctions risk.
What are the risks to businesses if correspondent banks fail to either innovate or evolve or both?
So I don't think everybody is going to fail to innovate or evolve. So the risk is primarily to those who fail to see what's that the markets are changing, the clients are demanding and getting their demands fulfilled from other correspondent banks. So, to be nimble and to understand, the new technologies and new opportunities is going to play a role in the success, no doubt. But there are going to be winners and losers, and there is going to be consolidation. Correspondent banking by no means is going to go away. It remains relevant. It's just that we need to change the way we deliver our services and think about our clients.
And let's talk about the upside of that exact scenario. If correspondent banking does use technology and collaboration to deliver new services, what do you see as the benefits?
Fewer, more profitable providers of correspondent banking services. So the prize here at the end of the rainbow is quite huge. It is to remain relevant to your clients in a way that adds to your economic value. And consolidate the industry in a way that you get a larger share of it. So there's plenty at stake here, and doing that requires us to continue to do what we're doing as well as learn from other providers that are out there.
Okay, so some sound advice there. But Anurag Bajaj, Global Head of Correspondent Banking at Standard Chartered, thank you so much for joining us at Sibos TV. Thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Cheers, thank you.